Okay, wow, this is harder than I thought.
Welcome back to the community, everybody, and thank you all for being part of it. I truly appreciate it. If you would like to send in a self-interview, or if you live somewhat local and would like to be interviewed, please contact me at the email scrolling up the screen. Today, we have Melissa with her 68 Standard Beetle, and she did a really great job. She really did, and she's been working on this car herself, which I really admire that. That's a lot to take on, if that's not your field and you're new to it. That's amazing, and I congratulate her for that. I really do, and I appreciate the time that she took to do this, and her husband even chipped in and helped out too, and I really appreciate that. So let's go ahead, let's check out what Melissa got going on here, and I'll be back.
Hey Slade, thanks for having me. My name's Melissa. I'm from Austin, Texas. This is Trixie, my 68 Beetle. We bought her a few months ago. She had a lot of problems. Her entire electrical system had to be replaced, along with all of the switches, pretty much everything. Carpet. The seats were good, the motor runs good, the transmission's great, but she hadn't had a lot of love, so I've been working on that. Spent a lot of time. It's been pretty challenging, but somehow kept studying, kept reading a lot, watched a lot of videos. Slades videos were great. They helped me learn a lot. I would think for every hour I spent working on the car, I probably spent around 3 hours researching what I needed to do. I'm not a mechanic by trade, so this has been a fun project. I've loved it, I've hated it. Yeah, it's been different. But anyway, I'll take you in for a closer look, and you can see what all I've done. So this is my garage. It's really a carport, but it works pretty well. Keeps the sun off of me, and it has been really, really hot. This paint job that Trixie has is pretty good. There's a few problems here that I've noticed. One particularly that I'm a little concerned about, this rust along here, along these bottom panels. But other than that, it actually looks pretty good. As you can see, I'll zoom out a little bit. She got new tires and hubcaps. I got the tire package from CIP1. I really like the wheels. They're steel, good quality. I like the beauty rings on the outside. I think it added a nice touch. The hubcaps, I 100% do not recommend to buy the cheap hubcaps, but it came with the package and I didn't know any better. So I did the best I could with them, and they look all right. A little bit dented getting them on, as you can see, but gives it a little character, I guess. Kind of see there. I did get new headlights. The dim element in the headlights were burnt out. When I first got the car, opened up the trunk and saw a big mess of wires. So big that I could not do anything with it. So I decided to tear it all out. I ordered a whole new wiring harness. I got it from Wolfburg West. I would absolutely recommend them. Their diagrams that they sent were perfect, very helpful. I've also gotten quite a few parts from J-Bugs, and I've been really satisfied. They have really great tech help if you need it. You can just call them up and they'll help you out. She could use some new running boards, as you can see. Anyway, open the door. Put some new weather stripping on the doors. Made a lot of difference. Also put new door panels, new handles, new window cranks. Although I don't like these window cranks all that well. I think I'm gonna wind up replacing them at some point. The inside, new carpet, oatmeal loop. It's the TMI kit. I believe I bought it from J-Bugs. Really happy. Mr. Slade helped me a lot with the carpet install, which was complicated a little bit by this car because the gentleman that owned it before replaced the floor pans, which is great, but they weren't all the way smooth and flush, so I kind of had a hard time with the carpet. But overall, it looks pretty good. Pretty satisfied with it. Show you the back seat here. I'm still working on the back seat bench a little bit. I'm gonna get that taken care of in the next couple of days. But you can see the carpet turned out pretty well. I'll try to get you a close-up of it. Yeah, looks pretty nice. Thanks, Slade. Super helpful. I have a scat shifter. I like it with the reverse lockout pin. Take you around the other side of the car. We'll start it up. I'll let you see how it sounds. The bumper I recently sanded and painted to make it match the front bumper. The back one was chrome and it was rusty and it looked nasty. These dual tailpipes were also really rusty and looked pretty bad, so I sanded them down as well, and I painted them with chrome paint, and it actually came out better than I thought. It looks 100% better than it did. So around the other side of the car, you can see here I have some more rust areas that I'm a little concerned about. I don't know if you can see them real well from here. Maybe down there in the corner, probably see pretty well. Anyway, at some point I do plan on getting a new paint job. Running boards, I don't know if I mentioned that before. There's the other front wheel. Looks pretty good. So we'll go in and start it up. The dash, I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. The chrome grille did not actually come with the car, and this is not the actual brake light. It's kind of a dummy light, but I liked how the chrome looked, and so that's why I got that. All my switches are new. My hazard, my windshield washer, lights, brake light warning switch does work. So let's start it up. Hopefully she'll start up on the first try. Oh, no. All right. Radio, kind of a little cheapy, but that's okay. I didn't really want to spend a lot of money on it. Don't know really how secure the car is, so don't want anybody coming in and, you know, ripping out my stereo. Lights, they work great. You see there, even the dim and the bright work. Well, it was working. Okay, there we go. Horn, that was really tough. But horn works pretty well. Might not be grounded all the way. The speedometer, you can see it's new. I have 5 miles on it, but I had to get a new speedometer. My other one was kind of rotten, so I just went ahead and got a new one. I got the one, I believe this is from Wilkburg's West, and I did get the one with the fuel gauge on the inside, and I did get a new float for my gas tank, you know, and all that fits together very other door panel. The headliner, you can see, looks pretty good. I think it's the original. It's not the best. You can see here where I installed the stone light. Kind of messed up the headliner a little bit, but other than that, it looks pretty good. One other thing about the interior, very important thing that I also almost found out the hard way, was when I bought the car, the clutch pedal was attached here to the steering column with a big long spring. I didn't know what it was, so I took it off and the clutch pedal fell all the way to the floor. So on my research, I realized I was very lucky that the clutch pedal, that the clutch cable rather, didn't come unhooked, because that would have been a big problem. So I did replace the brake and pedal stop here in the back. Might be a pretty good shot of it there. So anyway, if you ever see that, don't disconnect it and let your clutch pedal fall to the floor, because you could have a big problem. And one more thing, safety first. There is my fire extinguisher. I've heard every VW needs a fire extinguisher. You can see here in the back, put new panels on this back seat. Like I said, I'm gonna fix this. Carpet turned out pretty good. This I don't really like, but I don't know what I can do about it besides getting the new paint job. Take you around to the motor. It's a 1200 cc, 34 horsepower, runs really good, has a lot of compression, a lot of good pep. I found number there if you would. Not sure if it's the original motor or not, but might be. Underneath the car, try to see if I can get under here. Pretty good. Floor pans are all replaced. Yeah. And we'll go for a drive.
And you know, when something can go wrong, it will.
Well, we lost a hubcap. I kind of figured we might. Yeah, that's not surprising. Well, crap. Okay. So that's my car. Sorry, I'm sweaty. I really am very happy with everything. I'm happy that there was a few times when I wanted to give up because I felt like I was stuck and couldn't figure something out. I really have to give a huge shout out to my new friend Chris Jones, who I met through the Austin Air Cooler VW gang. such a nice man. He helped me so much. I just felt instantly a friendship with him. And thanks, Chris. I mean, you taught me how to bait and cast that line, and you know what I mean. So, and I'm really forever grateful for all of your help. And Slade, very grateful for all of your videos, all of your help when I texted you and had questions, and you're so kind to answer them. I'm really looking forward to one day visiting Pennsylvania, and hopefully I'll get to meet you and Heather Ann and Lily. I love dogs, cats, any kind of animals, sex snakes. And thank you all for watching. Just remember, if you're working on a bug, you could do anything you set your mind to do, and don't let people tell you that it can't be done, because you put your mind to it and do the work, put the time in, and you can do it. And don't pay attention to these naysayers that aren't kind. So anyway, that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed everything. Thank you so much for watching, and maybe I'll see you down the road somewhere. I hope y'all have a really great week, and thank you again.
Thank you, Melissa. And thank you and your husband for taking out the time to do this. I really, really appreciate it. It's folks like you that make this community grow stronger and bigger and friendly. You know, everybody really does get along fairly well in this community. And that's what our goal is to make it global, make it strong, and show off their cars, you know. And you have a great Beetle. You've done a really, really nice job on it. I can't wait to see updates. Keep in touch. Let us know what you got going on. And thank you for the kind comments. I really appreciate that. Okay, stay tuned Tuesday for a DIY, although I might throw a curveball this Tuesday and do something a little different. You'll see. And everybody have an amazing upcoming weekend.